Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. Today I'm sharing with you my work in progress sideshow Sue Storm, transforming her into Power Girl. I love Power Girl and I want Power Girl in my own collection, and this is one that I'm actually taking my time and working on. I actually think the Sue Storm sculpt is amazing. I love the pose. I had the whole, I think it's just perfect for Power Girl. The only thing is the waistline and, you know, the stomach area and her waist, all that stuff was just too wide. It was more of a childbearing hips for, you know, Sue Storm. What I wanted to do is, what I did was, throughout here, I sanded all this down to give her more of a inside waistline. I sanded a lot in here down to give her more of, you know, a little bit of a sexier look, and I took this in a little bit more too. And what I've been doing is adding in muscles, and I added some muscles up here and I added over here. And of course Power Girl's got the big chest. Now as for her breasts, what it was a big slope going up. So basically what I did was I drilled in here to give her the neck bone area type stuff, and I pushed the breast line in here. So this is all going to be sanded up and a little bit more fine tuned, but you can see how I'm working it and where it's going. You know, yeah, she's going to have a big chest, but that's Power Girl for you. Of course, you know, I took the butt line was flat too, so what I did is I went in there and I got her a nice little crack going. Now, the bottom half of her is all clear resin, the top half of her is regular resin. So you have a little bit of a problem with this being smooth and stuff sticking to it, so you gotta kind of fine tune it all. You know, you gotta fine tune that all and make sure primer will stick to it before you put any paint, because if you just slap some paint on there, it's just not gonna stick. So the goal is you really want it to stick. What I'm doing is I'm building up her muscles a little bit more so she is flexing. So you can see, you know, and I built up here a little bit more, and I worked out the neck a little bit, and I'm going to use this hair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it down a little bit, and then I'm going to work it a little bit here, and I want it to cover her face again. So this way, the goal is when I could cover the face a little bit, make it look sexy, you know, I could paint it and just slap it on afterwards, and I'm good to go. Also, my other goal is, I don't know how I'm going to work it, but once I put the metal piece on her shoulder, and I'm gonna get some kind of a string, and I actually want to see if I could get a friend of mine who's actually getting into making cloths and stuff. He's on the forums. He's doing some good Street Fighter stuff. I want him to make me a cloak with wire in it, so I can actually run the string through it, glue this piece in here so it's tight, and then I could bend the cloak and do whatever I want. Because I don't want to sculpt the cloak on this one. I want an actual cloth. So once I sand it down, I'm going to have to build up a little bit of muscle here too, just because this is where the belly button would go. But I got to just kind of work this out first a little bit more, and then I'll just go from there. Now as far as her outfit design, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with Adam Hughes, if I'm going to go with Amanda Connor, if I'm going to mix and match them, or maybe I'll come up with a little bit of my own style. But as you can see, she's getting there. You know, and I think the pose is going to be work perfect for Power Girl. You know, I don't know if I'm going to keep the base. If I might try to do a different base for her, maybe keep that base. But so as you can see, she's looking pretty damn cool. I think the pose is great. Once you just take that waistline, the sculpt it's there. You know, and hopefully people realize that's, you know, I heard so many people saying it was a bad sculpt, they didn't like it, blah blah. I think it's great. I think a lot of the sculpts out there are amazing. It's just, you got to see past certain things. So what I'm going to do is I'll be working on this a little bit more here and there. Maybe when I get some more details, I'll add to the video and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we're back. This is the continuation of the Power Girl custom for myself, work in progress. As you can see, I built out her calf muscles a little bit more. The arms actually broke off, both of them, but that's okay, because the left arm, which was sort of like this, I'm going to change to like that. I think that works a little bit better. As you can see, pretty much got the boob window all set up. There's a hole right in here. As you can see, I worked out the hair, and it's working out pretty good. I like where that's at. So you can see there's a hole here. The goal right now is I want it to be a cloth cape on her with a cloth rope. I don't want to sculpt that stuff. I'm never good at it. Plus, this is something I want to do for myself. So I have a friend, Ryu, on Statue Forum. He's actually getting into sewing and all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I stop where I'm at now. I'm sending him the Power Girl. And what he's going to do is he's going to sew up a cloth cape, so this way it's going to be basically with a wire frame in it, so I can kind of bend it to where I want. The goal is we're going to put a rope into the hole, going to put the rope around, then we're going to put the cloth cape wrapped around that rope, going over the shoulder, and basically I'm going to tuck all that in. And I found a piece of thing at a hobby store, like a gold thing, that I'm going to actually glue a piece behind it, and I'm going to push it in and glue it all so it's all set. Basically that's what I wanted to do. It's going to be more of a leathery type cape. I don't want that cheap cloth that you get from, you know, factories and all that crap. I want something really nice. He's found something and we're going with that. Then when I get it back and that's all done, it's better to have him work on this statue the way it is compared to sending him a final one and then I have to kind of tweak and stuff. So this way he can get it to me, it's set, I can paint her once it's done sculpted and just glue it in and I'm done. So basically I also did a couple wrinkles up on a shirt here. I did some over in here. The base I'm working on, as you can see, I'm trying to get this sitting here. Basically my goal for the base is I'm going to do like a bluish type grayish marble effect for Power Girl. I think that'll work good. I made some lines on where I'm going to put the boots. As you can see, I'm marking up in a blue pencil where the outfit's going to go. As for the marks back here, the rope comes around here. I don't want the cape going off any further than here, and then the cape is going to go just about below her ass. So this is all the markings I left for Ryu. This way he knows where I'm at, knows where I want stuff. And that's pretty much where Power Girl is at the moment. Basically what I'll do is I'll probably work out some hair stuff while he's doing this. It's good to send him this now, give him a couple weeks to work it out. Maybe he'll do 2 capes for me in case I want to do another Power Girl, so this way I have it. But this is where I'm at. I like where it's coming. It's she's looking pretty cool. I got the nice sexy look with the hair and everything. And when we put up this piece in here, kind of, oops, wrong one, duh. There we go. As you can see, so I think she's coming along pretty good. It's pretty much where I want it to be. So I was going to do something cool with the base, maybe add more stuff to it, but for her I just want a nice marble plain base. I don't want focusing on a base, I want to focus there. So we'll give you updates once I get the cloak back and get the statue back and I'll start working on them. Alright guys, so basically we got some updates on Power Girl. So what I did was I finally got her back from my friend Adam, Ryu on statueform.com. He's actually getting into cloth making, so as explained before, we talked about making a cape for Power Girl. So what I do is I got a nice big giant hole that I drilled in her here, and I asked him to create me a cape with rope. And basically what the idea is, it's got a metal wire going along it. The idea is we're going to put it around in there. We're going to put it into the hole with the rope going across here like this. And I'm going to put it into the hole because I have a button, a gold button that I'll be gluing into it. So once she's all painted up, I'll actually have the gold rope coming across. And we'll have the, you know, I gotta put it in here. So it's going to be all scrunched up going in the back. And I can actually do some stuff with it because it's kind of cool to, you know, come up with this. So that's pretty much the way that's working at the moment. This is just trying not to handle that too much until I'm ready to get it in there and make sure everything's working. The only thing I did recently was I just did her outfit down here. And, of course, the butt line. Got to figure out some more stuff what I'm going to do. I got to get the hands back in. Oops. This hand's going up there like that. I haven't quite decided yet. The way the hand goes here, it goes like that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it more like that. And I'll get the cuffs down here, and I got to start working out the line work here, which I discovered is I use fishing line going down. So So I gotta get some more glue first, and I can actually glue the fishing line going down, and then I can put her belt across and keep going. So that's the updates on her, and when I get through some more, we'll update it. Alright, small update on the Power Girl. At this point, basically what I did is I used fishing line and I glued it all over her. My fingers are pretty much glued together. It's a mess. I still haven't perfected this, but basically it's just fishing line that's glued down section by section. You know, I don't just put a whole thing and then glue it. I put a little piece here, let it sit, spray it, then do this section, then do this, and keep going down and around, and it went up around here. It's when you prime it, it's really messy, so you got to kind of like sand it down, and certain areas are going to kind of pop up, so you got to kind of use Avis to keep it on. So it's still learning, still experimenting, and just trying to figure out the best possible thing. But basically, as you can see, I'm getting the whole outfit line worked on, and it's easier doing it this way than actually sculpting in tiny lines going down. So that's basically where I'm at now. I think I come up with the idea is I'm working on a couple other Sue Storms, and basically what I'm realizing is when you have the hand up here, it's very hard to get into the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a hand where it goes in and out. At the end I could just glue it in. So it's getting there, you know, little by little. So that's where we're at, and we'll update it as more comes. Okay, so the next update was I did her belt. Basically, I got the belt going all the way around. It was pretty thick on her, so what I did is I sanded it all down. And before I did the belt, though, I did this strap back here. So this is going to be like almost like a zipper for her outfit. I want to have like a little bit of a realistic thing to her outfit. I mean, the cape's going to be covered, so it's not really going to see it. It's not going to pop out, but like if you look behind her, you'd say, oh, okay. You know, she puts it on that way and zips it up. So what I'll do is maybe after I do white, I'll put a little tiny metal, you know, paint going down just so it looks like a zipper. So I got to patch up this a little bit in here. It's kind of not flush yet, but I'm still working on it. I drilled out the hole in here. Basically, Power Girl has, you know, the gold medallion. I'm not going with gold. I'm actually going to go with this here, because I want this to go right in there like that. You know, it's a little bit of a silver. So I looked for gold pieces at the hobby store like this, but I couldn't find anything in gold. They're all silver. So I'm going with that, and it's going to be a red belt too. The only reason why it's red here is this was red Avis. But just gives you an idea where I'm at. So once I patch up some more stuff, we'll update some more. Alright guys, so Power Girl's pretty much done. I just have to prime her up and do some fine tuning. And of course, I lost some footage of when I was working on the cuffs and the gloves. I don't know what the hell happened. I had the footage, something, I don't know, so I lost it. But basically, I can give you an idea where I'm at, though. I did the cuffs on here, and I've actually used Magic Sculpt to do this, because I find that Magic Sculpt is kind of easier to do thinner stuff. It doesn't fall, and you can work with it better. So I'm actually learning now that Aves works in certain areas, and Magic Sculpt works in certain areas. So as time progresses, I'll know that, okay, when I got to do a belt or I got to do this kind of a cuff, I'm going to use Magic Sculpt. When I'm going to do hair, or if I'm going to sculpt abs, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to use Aves. So, you know, it's kind of cool to have two options. But, so basically what I did was I pretty much put the pins in here, and I sculpted with the Magic Sculpt, and now they all fit into pieces on her. Perfect. So basically now life is going to be easier. When I go to paint her up, once she's all primed, ready to go, I can paint this separate, this separate. I'm going to set up the, well actually I don't need to set up the hair because it came out good because I can just glue it in. So now I can hit the face no problem, paint everything up, and then at the end just start gluing all the pieces. So she came out pretty cool. I'm really happy with the way this statue works now. I think this is like the perfect Power Girl. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to do some priming, going to do some fine tuning, get her all situated, and after that we'll do a video of how I paint her up with the whites and using the, you know, the pearlized metallic blue type stuff, where it's kind of like the seashell type stuff. So it should work out pretty cool. And that's pretty much where I'm at, and we'll be back with the next video.